Hey, everybody, we're back at it one more time this afternoon. And, I was emailing with the group at Chiaroscuro the other day because they let me know that they weren't going to be setting up a booth at this weekend's Comic Art Live. And the reason was because several of their artists were kind of, pulling together to put together a fundraiser to benefit the people who've been suffering in Brazil with the flooding that's happened. This began, I think it was a couple weeks ago. And, because Chiaroscuro has been a big supporter of CAF and this show that we've done since we started it 4 years ago, I asked if it would be possible to bring on some of the artists and talk about the fundraiser so that we can alert everybody to the auctions that are happening this weekend. And I'm very pleased to say that I've got two of the gentlemen responsible for pulling it all together. It's Rafael and Rafael Grampa. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us, man.
No, it's my pleasure. Glad we could. You guys had some time this afternoon. I know it's a busy weekend for you with regards to the fundraiser, but I commend your efforts. It's our community is really a great one. I remember one of the first times I saw artists kind of pull together was when Hurricane Katrina happened, like 15 years ago, and I believe a couple hundred artists contributed artworks to auctions that were, I think at that time, were on eBay. And it helped out that cause, and we saw similar things happen when the pandemic started, and now with this tragedy that's happened in Brazil, the both of you and a few others have been able to rally creators again to either contribute artworks for auction, books, signed books, remark books, and even commission opportunities. And how did that all come about?
That started with a call that we had because what is happening is like Raf and I, we are from South Brazil. Yeah, I born in Pelotas, that is very affected by the floods right now. Rafa is living in Rio Grande do Sul right now, in Porto Alegre. That is one of the cities that are very affected by the floods. And we said we need to do something, we need to try to help. We need to, because it was starting to become like a big nightmare for us, like my family lives there. I have people in my family that lost everything, lost their houses, they lost their cars, everything, so what we are trying to do is to let our community know about this big tragedy that we are need to face in Brazil right now. And this is just the beginning, because we have a long road, to try to help the most people that we can. We have so many people that doesn't have water, house, and food and everything. Like losing everything is losing everything. Like if you see the images that are being like, this is, man, this kind of apocalypse. Like we never imagined something like that happening. And this is serious. And if you see the houses like underwater, it's a big nightmare. And what I can say is, this is the minimum we can do. We are all humans, and the things that connected us in this big comic book community is that, I don't know, at some point we got very touched about this idea of the superheroes when we were young, and we work with superheroes, and this is time to try to help other people, like the fictions that we love. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm really proud of the community right now. Like all the artists that are putting together a little bit of their time to help us. And I will let Rafa talk a little bit, because he is in the eye of the hurricane right now. He's living in Porto Alegre, that is one of the cities that was affected. And Raf, please tell like how Porto Alegre is right now.
Yeah, it's just heartbreaking, devastating. Everything around me now. I live in a higher area, so my house and my family were all okay. But like downtown is totally taken by water, and not just the city, but also the whole state is completely devastated and underwater right now. It's something like 80% of the state, and we are talking about a state from the size of Italy. It's a big state. Uh, it's like 80% of it was affected by the floods. Some cities are disappearing, especially the ones nearby the rivers. So we absolutely have no idea of the outcome of all that, and except that we can see every day that people are in need for, you know, quick help. They need water, drinking water more than anything. They need food. They need fuel. You know, the boats need fuel to rescue people that are isolated in distant areas, and they are there for days without food or signal or contact or anything. Um, the animals are suffering a lot. So pretty much, it's a war scenario, and this is the reason we are trying to, bring together our friends. And we all know that comics community and the fans, the artists, the artists, the creators in general, all the community of comic books, they get together for causes like that, and we feel that that makes our heart a little warmer. We, seeing, you know giants like the creators who were able to contact and generously responded to that is beautiful. Although the situation is crazy, that's uh, all that. And,
Hey, Raf, your sound is cutting a little bit. Maybe if you speak a
sorry,
little
closer,
closer.
yeah.
There we go.
So it's great to see that the comic community responded to that and is responding, and we really appreciate if you collectors, fans, could check out the auction that is going on right now on Twitter. uh, you know place your bid generously, and help this very important cause that is going on right now.
Yeah.
You've certainly got a diverse group of creators in the industry that are supporting the project. I mean, you just look at that list, and a lot of these creators are people that are, it's very hard to get their work to begin with. So they have just the opportunity that to be able to get something from them and support this cause. I'd like to think a lot of collectors can really rally behind that. And I did post the Twitter link in the chat for those of you who weren't familiar with it. It's in the show description as well. So you should follow Chiaroscuro's Twitter, so that you should be following it anyway. But for this weekend in particular, so that you can place your bids through Twitter, we all would really appreciate it. And again, it takes a lot of work to organize something like this. So I commend the both of you on pulling, setting aside the time, because clearly, Rafa, I mean, being in the center of all this, I mean, it's got to be difficult. I mean, and I can only imagine, the state of things right now, and it's not going to get better, in the short term either. So any funds that can flow into the, to support this cause is desperately needed, and will go to, a long way to helping, your community, find a way to get through all this at some point.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say something for the collectors and fans. That is, we are not selling uh, anything here. We have some donations from the artists, and we are expecting some kind of donations from
Mm-hmm.
the collectors. This is every cent that we are putting in this charity and fundraising activation. It will go directly to the victims. So imagine that if you are buying something, someone or a family will eat, and they will have water, and they will have assistance. Everything that someone that doesn't have nothing will have.
Yeah,
So
comfort in this very difficult moment, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like imagine how much houses, if you see the photos, it's not it's just a little bit of what is happening right now, and just go in and help us. This is why we call Heroes from Brazil, because we are actually we are kind of calling people to be a hero today, a hero for someone.
Mhm.
um and this is it, like, um we don't want to uh we don't want to lose too much time, to be talking about art and stuff, because the thing right now is the fundraising, like we are desperately asking help. And what we are offering for this community, for the collectors, I think it is a good chance also to get a great piece of art. And I'm very honored to have all of these big artists helping us. And I'm sure that all the art pieces will be treasures for anyone that will get them. And just remember that when you get this artwork in your house, you remember that someone had something from that, some help from that. This is the thing. This is not just some art pieces. This is like a chance to make good for other people in need.
Exactly. I mean, to be able to give people, like you just said, food, shelter, place to stay until, because these things don't clear up, right away. When you have a flood of this magnitude, it's going
Yeah.
to take months. It'll take years to for this area to recover. So any of the support, like you said, I mean, I think that if you pick up a piece of art from this, or I think that you should always remember that it's going to a greater cause than just picking up a piece of art. And I stopped on this slide because I think this is the outfit that is taking care of receiving the donations. Can you tell us a little bit about this organization and what exactly they're doing?
So, Ação da Cidadania, or citizen,
Action
how action of citizens. I don't know the exactly translation for this, but
action
uh,
of city.
it was created for one of the biggest activists in Brazil that focused his career. He was a doctor, but also he was a socialist, and also um, his cause was to fight hunger in Brazil. And this his name was Betinho, and he's really known in Brazil. And he was one of the, how can I say that, he kindest souls we had in this country. And he's helping people in hunger, in unhoused situations, and for 30 years. So these people, we have a big admiration from them, and we are very happy they are supporting our cause. All the money, every cent that we'll fundraising in this cause, they will go directly to this ONG, and we will work together with them to see what is the most need, um, part of the city, or the people that need um food or water, or the animals that will need it. We work together with them to put this money to help them. And also they will, um, how can I say prestar contas in English, Rafa?
um, to give a proper feedback on the accountancy and or everything that the money is going to be very clear and transparent for
Exactly. very transparent with the money for everyone that will buy the art pieces. We will post it online. Everyone can check. So this is a very serious cause, you know, and
But it's also important to mention, specifically about this transparency, is that all the donations and the bids are going straight to them. So we, they will get it from from the buyer. That's that's important.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit there, but like you were saying, I know that in the outline for the auction that the payments are to go directly to this organization, and it's great that you're working with, this is a very well established charity that has experience doing exactly what needs to be done today. I mean, you're very fortunate to have this gentleman be an important part of the community, the country, and has a organization already in place that can support people who need food and water and shelter. And I think it's really, really wise approach for you guys to have the donations going directly to this organization. I imagine they just need to show proof of the payments and things like that. But I really feel like this is a smart way to go. And it kind of, while you're being a conduit for all of this to happen, you're really just making sure that the money gets where it needs to go the quickest, right? So rather than going to an intermediary, then to the charity, it's going right to the charity. And I think that's very, very wise.
Yeah, especially because on the end of the auction, they will eventually also team up with other ONGs that, just like Rafa said, attend different areas and regions that need the most. So they are going to manage all that, sharing of everything we can raise.
yeah, I need to
Very
praise.
important.
I need to praise Daniel from Ação da Cidadania, that accepted immediately. When I called him, I was introduced by the actor that is playing Betinho right now in the movies and in a TV show, very famous TV show. So this actor knows, because Daniel is son of Betinho, the creator of this ONG. So I got I I was introduced to him. I explained everything to him, and immediately he was on board. And I need to thank him a lot for supporting us in this cause. And we are really um, confident and happy to have them help us. Because this is a very difficult situation to get all this money and what we do with this. So we are very um, you know yeah, that was the right place to collaborate for sure.
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And clearly, the connections you both have within the industry, you have a lot of friends and a lot of support. And, I think that's something that, again, you remember during the pandemic when the comic book stores were hurting, a lot of artists pulled together to try to, make sure, we work together to make sure that, we can take care of the things that are important to all of us. And because anything that affects one of you affects everyone in the group. I mean, you're all kind of in the same situations, working conditions and those sorts of things. And the fact that you have the respect for one another to go out and support each other in a project like this it's wonderful to see. It really is. And again, I know what it's like to pull together large projects like this, and you've done a lot with a little bit of time, but you have a great support group around you, and that's fantastic.
Yeah,
It is.
honored. And also we are very we have a big hope with this, and the people will be touched by this, what is happening in South Brazil. A lot of comic book creators that people love, they're from South Brazil, like Rafa, like Roger Antonio, like Rafael Pimentel, and a lot of that I cannot mention how much people are from South Brazil too. So this is very important for us. Thanks for the opportunity to having us talking a little bit about what is really happening, and the reasons that we decided to do this auction, and to thank all the creators that
Yeah.
answered the call, you know. And we are very happy that was fast, you know. People, like, it wasn't it didn't take like a lot of time for having the responses, because all the artists were very generous and kind to respond us very quickly, because they understood the urgency of this. um, we are, you know, now right now the auction is running right now, so we can go directly in the chiaroscuro underline OFC on Twitter X, and you can choose and you can see all the artists there and all the offers, and you can get like a great piece, and be sure that you're helping people doing that.
Yeah, that's true. I just want to also say thank you to all the, you know, Grampa and Ivan and Chiaroscuro, who we together we were able to figure out a way to make this happen, but also to every single one of the artists who answered the call. They have no idea how important was that. We are very very thankful, and especially more than anything, we are thankful for everyone who's bidding. Uh, this support is going to be very necessary, very very important for everyone who's in need right here, right now. So thank you very much. Thank you, guys, for giving us the space to talk about that and spreading the word. And I really appreciate it, all that.
Yeah, the we when we have uh, an auction like that, you know, like the artists are 50%, and the other 50% are the collectors
Yes.
and the fans, you know. So to have like to have this fundraising make it a success, and having the fund we need to pass to the people that need, we need the collectors, you know. So we are inviting people to join us on this, you know. Like, we having all these artists is not just the end, it's just the beginning, you know. The other part of this, and it's the collectors. So be sure that we are inviting you to be part on this action, and we will be very, you know, very grateful forever for everyone that will collaborate with us with this.
Now, I saw a few people say that, I assume if they wanted to make a direct donation, they could do it with the same charity. I don't know if that link was shared, but maybe I can get that from Chiaroscuro and I can add it to the show description. So anybody who's watching this afterwards, they can, if they're not going to end up picking up any artwork, that if they want to support the charity, they can do it directly with the charity. I'll make sure I get that link, added to our show description when we're done here. And Chuck Arnold in the chat was just he wanted confirmation that, if you win an auction, you will be paying the foundation directly, and Chiaroscuro will contact you if you are one of the winners of the auction, and they'll give you the payment instructions and what proof you need to give back to Chiaroscuro so that they know that you made the donation. I know that was outlined in the documentation that they've shared through their Twitter and on Instagram as well. But yeah, so these are active. Each of these links here, if you were to go to them, you can. Well, I'm on the wrong one, of course, when I click that. But if you here we go. You can see what the starting bid is on these and follow them that way. And I think that these auctions conclude tomorrow evening, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. Until tomorrow, and until 10 p.m., right?
10 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I believe that's right.
Yeah, maybe something like. I mean, I cannot remember the time, but it's written on the instructions, so it's going to be
right.
So you have the chance to get a piece of art and help people.
Yeah, I already made some bids because yeah, myself, because it's a very good opportunity to have one of these art pieces. And what I want to say also about for the collectors, that most or maybe all of the pieces that there are in this auction, we put the price for the first bid like way low than these artists ask for a commission or original art. So um, this was a something that all the artists agreed, and for having more people to have the chance to be part of this auction.
Exactly. And I know, even if you're not going to bid, I would encourage people who are going over to Twitter to look at this. If you like these pieces, that's going to help push it around to your networks. You can share them as well. If you, every little bit kind of helps get more exposure and eyeballs on all of these auctions, and that's a good thing. And it is kind of a short window, since it does end 10 o'clock tomorrow evening Eastern time. So the more people we can get engaged to follow this and share it with other collectors and other comic book groups.
Yeah, this would be very important to share with other collectors. If you're a collector right now, please share this auction with everyone that all your colleagues and friends that collect artwork, original art. This will be like really helpful for us.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it is a fantastic list of creators that are supporting you, and it's good to know that you're throwing some bits in there as well. Try to pick up a few pieces. There's nothing wrong with that. I always like it when I know that artists also appreciate the medium and like to pick up a few pieces.
For example, we have some rare opportunities here. For example, Jimmy Hewlett. I don't know anyone that has like a art piece from Jimmy Hewlett, and he's one of my heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a big opportunity, like he's a giant, he's a master. And I made a bid to have one of the Jimmy Hewlett pieces. And I know there's a lot of people that would love to have a Jimmy Hewlett piece too. And because this is really rare. I don't know if anyone has. I don't know if Jimmy already sold his original art, and maybe this could be one of the first times he's putting together original art for selling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I agree. There's and even if several of these artists are just hard to come by anyway. They don't get to shows that you would normally attend. And a lot of these artists don't even do any artwork when they're at shows anymore, right? If you're not buying their originals, you're not going to get a custom piece from them. So again, really, really great opportunity, and all of it going to support an incredible cause. So this will be fun to watch. I mean, and I'm glad that our show was kind of coinciding with your fundraiser too, so we could get more eyeballs on this just from the channel and from the show this weekend. I'll be sure to mention it in other panels that I'm hosting throughout the weekend, so we can get more people over here to support this and share it with other collectors.
Yeah, we'll be here like all the time, today and tomorrow, posting and promoting and talking with people. You can send us messages and DMs if you have any doubt about it, and we are going to share the links and everything, because we are online all the weekend for the auction.
Very good. I'm getting criticized for not using Twitter in dark mode. I don't use Twitter that often, so I've never had the opportunity to switch it over to dark mode. But I actually
created a profile today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just to be part of the auction.
Well, I have a few other. I saw some other people in the chat mention that they either reactivated their Twitter, or they'll more than likely be signing up so that they can place a few bids in here as well. But yeah, no, I'm, again, you guys are doing, this is a wonderful thing that you've pulled together. And, I'm going to throw a few bids in this weekend too, when I have a break between panels. I can assure you of that. At the very least, we'll drive up the price on a few things so we can raise more money for this very important fundraiser.
Oh, we appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Everything you can, and everyone who's checking this out, if you're not able to bid, or even if you are, please share as much as you can. That's a huge help.
Yes.
We will we'll definitely do that. And again, we'll be reminding people throughout the weekend. I see Mark Wade on there. I've got Mark Wade on a panel tomorrow, so I know we'll be able to talk about it then as well. I've got Paulo Rivera on before him, and he's worked with Mark. So yeah, we'll definitely be reminding people of the auction all weekend long.
Yeah, and just to let the collectors know also, like for the writers, they are offering handmade manuscript, handmade, like, and we suggested that they could offer like a classic part of classic work from them, like imagining have Mark Wade's most classic line from your favorite work, handmade, written, handmade by him, signed. I would love to have this in my wall. Like, I think it's a very good offer for all collectors. I actually think it's a big treasure to have that for the author. Like a handmade piece of art. I would love to have Mark Millar's too. Like imagine Old Man Logan's most classic lines written by him, signed by him in your wall. So we have some. If you are confused about the participation of the writer, so this is it. You can have Scott Snyder's too. Imagine having the Court of Owls, the beginning, like the starting, like written by him, signing by him,
yeah.
putting in your wall. It's a good thing for collecting, and I hope people can see the value of this, like, because this is a big treasure.
Indeed. Yeah, no, there was a few artists listed here that I wasn't even familiar with doing. I mean, even Peter Cooper, Spy versus Spy fame is participating. That's fantastic.
Fantastic, yeah.
Phil Hester, he's a prolific artist and a huge art collector as well. So yeah, you've got a lot of support, and you figure with all these people also pushing it out to their socials and things, this is gonna be a really successful fundraiser. So again, anything else that I can help with throughout the weekend, just let me know. But I think you've got a lot of the community here behind you, and I think you're going to do really well this weekend. It's a great, a wonderful cause. I mean, to kind of support, because when people are in need, the comics industry can rally around it. So thanks again for doing this. So I'll make sure that I update the show description to have a direct link to the charity. So if anyone isn't interested in participating and bidding on any of these lots on Twitter, you can make a donation direct to the charity, and I'll have that here within the hour updated in the show description. So just look for that, and we'll make sure we've taken care of it. So this is do you have anything else you'd like to add before we move on this afternoon?
I think the last thing was saying to people to choose one and make a bid, and just help us. This is a very, very serious cause, and I'd like to thank you a lot for the opportunity. I hope the other collectors can share the links and all the infos. We need your support. Without you, there's no auction, fundraising, there's nothing.
Yeah, I'm here. I'd like to thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody who's watching it, all the fans, all the collectors, and really count on your support because that's amazing. And yeah, please share as much. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, I'm happy to help out, and you've got the CAF community support behind you as well. So thank you both, and again, I'll get those links and things updated if I don't have anything on there. But again, best of luck this weekend, and we'll do our best to drive as much traffic as we can to these auctions for you both.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thanks everybody for tuning in with us. We'll have another panel around 4 o'clock Eastern again, but please support this cause, and we appreciate your